Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, with the market video for the week of April 22nd, 2013. First things first, my thoughts and prayers go out to those who were affected in the terrorist attack during the Boston Marathon. As I am doing this on Friday night, they have just captured the second suspect, and his brother was killed, and this guy, there was allegedly a firefight, but this guy survived. So, that's good news and can give the city of Boston and really all of us here that live in the United States some sense of justice. Unfortunately, this is a horrible tragedy, and I'm not one of these people that like to dwell so much on the negative that I want to keep having thoughts like this. But I do want to address one thing. I heard, obviously I'm on Facebook way too much, and there was some people saying that they were comparing this to 9/11, and some people were saying, "Oh, this isn't even close to 9/11," and my response to that is, well, tell that to the families of the three people that died. Tell that to the families and the people that lost limbs and are traumatized for life. Okay? Yeah, as far as the amount of people affected, okay, it's not 9/11. It's still, an absolutely horrible thing to have to go through, whether in person or whether you're, reading about it or watching it. And obviously it affects those in Boston up close, but it affects all of us. And domestic terrorism, it's just, and anyway, like I said, I don't want to get off into a political rant here, but I'm personally glad they caught the other guy, and hopefully they will find out some information, whether it was just them two or they're working for a sleeper cell or something like that. And like I said, my thoughts and prayers to everybody up there who were, directly affected by this. So let's take a look at the market here. I'm starting off with the transports. The transports have been lagging lately, and they had been leading. Very strong move here, you could see, and now they're lagging. Now they're under the 50-day moving average as well as the 20 EMA. They really have to start getting in gear here for the market overall to get back into that bullish tone, because last week we had the biggest pullback we've seen all year so far, that is. And we had this pullback here, this went longer than that, and these two were obviously minor pullbacks. So we want to watch here to see if this is enough to get this thing moving out now to new highs. All right, now last week I said that I don't think we're going to see a significant decline until the NASDAQ tests the 2012 highs. I still think that, but I'm not as strong on it as I was last week, obviously. I mean, this is where we were last week, and then, we took a dive here. Now, I've said that I don't think we get there, we see a decent decline until we get there. And you may say, well, this is a pretty decent decline. This is whatever it is, 5% or whatever it was. But okay, I guess raw percentage, it's no big. It's not like, oh, that's nothing. It's 0.5%. I mean, no, it's 5% is a pretty, or whatever it was, is a pretty decent decline. But overall, in the picture, the chart, the big picture of the chart here, all it is back to this muck where we've been for most of the year. Okay, we're still over the 200-day moving average. We're under the 50-day, but we've been there for a couple of days here and then back here. So there's not any real technical damage here. Now the Russell has been lagging. It had once been the leader. Now it's lagging. And one of the things that I will say about the Russell is that there is the tendency for the small caps to outperform the large caps the end of the year into the beginning of the year. But now there's usually a rotation back into the large caps. I mean, we have entered the worst 6-month period. Okay, that ended in the end of March, the best 6-month period. So now we've entered the worst 6-month period. So that's the seasonality. But I mean, I really want to see if the Bulls can make a stand here. And again, what happens if they do? Sorry about that little noise. What happens if they do? Do we just rip it up to new highs in the S&P and the Russell continues to lag, and maybe the transports lag and the Nasdaq doesn't get going? It's definitely something to watch here, because I think we're at a really key decision point here as far as time wise goes, and I want to see if the bulls just step right back in and run it, or if they struggle here, or if the bears made a stand here and maybe we just kind of flutter up a little bit and then come cracking down. All right. Anybody who tells you they know what they're seeing here is, I think, being a little assumptive. I think, I know let the market tip its hand is a cop out kind of analysis, but there's really not a lot more to do here. But we are at a good point to see if the bulls are going to step up here. All right. Now, a quick announcement: the newsletter will be going to a paid service in May, the first week of May. I'm starting to do videos for the newsletter, and right now they're being hosted on YouTube. So if you click the link, you're going to be sent to YouTube for the hosting. But once we go pay in the first week of May, they will be behind the membership wall of the website. So I just want to talk about the pricing. When we launch the newsletter out to the public, it's going to be $497 a year. And if you want it on a monthly basis, it's going to be either $67 or $77 a month. However, for early adopters, for those of you who have been following along or obviously ahead of the public launch, we're going to be offering the newsletter for $37 a month and no long-term contract. You can cancel at any time. So it's just a month to month. And so you don't have to pay all up front for a year. And you're obviously getting a much better deal than if you wait till the public launch price. The second thing is we will be having an event in mid-July in Chicago. 5 traders that are also educators. We're going to be covering stocks, options, some futures, market timing, and there's going to be details about that coming early next week. So watch your email for that video where I'm going to be discussing all about the event and talk about the speakers, and it's definitely going to be life-changing for you if you're looking to bring your trading to the next level, whatever level it's at right now. So have a good trading week. Let's see if the bulls can step up here, and contact me via email, or I will talk to you in the daily email that we send out in the morning through the newsletter, or next week in the video. Have a great week.